So, we bought a boat.
Mm-hmm.
A yacht?
It's broken.
It needs love. But we like projects. So we're taking it home. Thanks for the project.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Well, we're driving away with a big old boat.
Real big.
Oh my gosh. We cannot wait to show you guys around this rig. Aaron, you know it's a big boat whenever it makes the F-450 look small.
What do we do?
Oh my god.
Oh. Big boat.
We went and grabbed lunch, and we couldn't help but bring our lunch to the boat. And of course, our dog too. He's already made himself at home sitting on the table. He's spoiled. We've got the little windows open to the fresh air. It's a little steamy down here, I'll be honest, but it's freaking nice, and we have a cool boat.
Super cool.
Woohoo! Okay, so I know we haven't given you guys a full interior tour, but we just finished lunch and Aaron was like, I've got to get a look at this thing and try and figure out what's broken. So he's already got tools. He's like ready to tear it down.
Yeah, this upper housing right here has cracks in it. So first thing I'm gonna do is pop that off and see if I can see something broken in there. My hope is that this whole unit's salvageable. Maybe we just buy a new cap for it, whatever parts are broken. Because one of the reasons the guy sold it to us is this new is $8,000. And we're not gonna pay that. We'll find a used one or something, but for now, let's get it off. You wanna show them the cracks over here?
Yeah.
You can see very clearly there's something wrong. That's supposed to be flush, I think. It popped it up, so I'm gonna pull that cover off. It'd be so sick if it was something simple.
Oh my gosh.
Replace this top and a few parts. Because the reason it's so expensive is it has two props and they counter rotate. Why get two engines when you can just have two props on one engine? Maybe that's what
Because two engines might be a little cooler.
Burn more gas.
Yeah,
I know that. It's not going to come off in one piece. So it's got a 454 big block in it. That's going to be a thirsty dude. I've never taken one of these off. I don't know what corner piece bolts go to it. Everything might fall apart internally. I don't know what I'm doing.
We'll see. For
years, Emily and I have had inboard boats. So it's got a transmission inside with just a shaft that has a prop. So I'm not familiar with outdrive.
He's gonna go run and get a screwdriver to try and get this off. We are really looking forward to having you guys that are boat people tell us information. Share wisdom with us, guidance as to what you would do, because this is a entirely new thing for us. We have never had anything this big, or like Aaron said, an outdrive unit like this. We have no idea what we're doing, so we will try and educate ourselves, but it would be really awesome to have some of you experts out there that watch our channel and give us all kinds of information. Oh, one piece. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Bulk of it. There's a needle bearing in there that looks fine. This is cracked all around here.
Yeah, look at that crack along the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's got some kind of spring-loaded action to it. I don't know.
Some kind of pin in there holding it or something?
Yeah.
Or a locking ring? There's a ring right here.
Yeah, seeing that. It may have to come apart in pieces. So what you have is a gear coming this way. I would call it like a pinion. And then a gear going this, based on what I can see so far, a gear coming up this way. And this top gear is the one that connects the two and makes it change direction. For whatever reason, this came straight up and broke the case. The good news is this case looks totally fine. And that's the big expensive thing.
Well, Aaron took the boat apart more, the top end of the outdrive, and tell him what you found.
Well, I should have done it on camera, but I couldn't help myself. I got up before Emily did, came straight out here. You saw I was removing the front cover and it was clearly busted. This cover goes on kind of the back of the engine. And
outdrive engine.
The outdrive. Check this out. We have large chunks of gear. So we did some research, and it's like you can buy the bearings and all that stuff, but you have to have a lot of special tools, which I don't have. And so the other concern was all this metal probably went into the lower unit, and which means it's going to have trouble as well. They both have to come apart. So instead, we found one on Craigslist, and we picked it up today.
A $1,250 investment.
Yep.
For our $5,000 boat.
Yep.
The dude that owned this boat was out on it. He broke the outdrive and got super frustrated and decided to sell it for $5,000, and we rushed up there before he decided to get his smarts about him.
That's right.
Sorry, Heath. You sold it really cheap, dude.
Yep. So we got on Craigslist, just lucked out, found one for $1,250. It had recently had all new seals put in it, and they had pressure tested it to make sure it's not going to leak water. The props have been resurfaced, which may not benefit us because it appears that they're a different pitch than ours. But we're going to put it on there and see how it does, because it'd be sweet if it just works. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to jack the front of the boat down, because I know from playing with it, when I put the lower unit down, it sticks in the grass there. So I'm going to jack the trailer down, and then Emily will trim that down for us.
Perfect. One of the features that we're really excited about is this sick aluminum trailer.
Yeah, no joke.
This thing is rad.
It feels like this trailer is probably worth what we paid for the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, it's about as low as she goes. Let's trim it down. New one.
So excited. So it looks as though there are 6 bolts that hold this outdrive on. I'm gonna start by removing the bottom 4, these 2, and then the 2 on the other side. And then we will remove the top and hopefully remove the entire unit.
Right behind the camera is our air-conditioned shop that Finley's currently sleeping in. But this thing won't fit in there.
She's coming apart. Babe, we're gonna be boating.
We're gonna be boating real soon.
Everybody's gonna think we're fancy and we're just some lucky kids that got a good price on
That's
a cool
right.
boat.
That's exactly right.
Tell us in the comment section what your best deal that you've found is.
That'd be really fun.
We love finding good deals, and we also get super stoked for our friends when they find good deals. We're like, what? You got that for that?
Yep. So we got up this morning, we drove 3.5 hours, picked it up, 3.5 hours back, and now we're gonna put it on. This one will leave. I think it can stay. See how I talk like I know what I'm doing? It's because I watched a couple YouTube videos.
YouTube experts for life.
That's right.
Look at all these gnarly chunks of metal. Oh yeah.
Okay, that's good right there. Let's unhook this shifter cable. There's a shift cable right here that's got to be unhooked. That's our next step so we can move it out further.
Pop it off with a screwdriver?
Yep. All right, it's undone.
Oh.
Oh, the won't come out.
Oh, puke.
Scoop that up with a shovel.
Yep.
I think the seal blew out in that outdrive, and it allowed all the oil to escape. I think that's what blew it up. Or it may have blew the seal when it all went haywire.
But the new outdrive should remedy that.
Yes, new outdrive has brand new seals in it. The gimbal bearing feels perfect, so we're not going to change that. I also am aware that I should be replacing this bellow, but we're not going to replace that either because it's in good shape. And this winter, we'll have time to tear into this and actually fix everything right. We're going to put a real thin layer of silicone on this where these O-rings go. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I can see that it had silicone on it before, so I'm going to go ahead and do it myself.
It's really hard to get.
I don't know how to get the spline sorted.
We've got our shift linkage here. It's in the little channel.
Let's go a little bit more. And then
Dang, babe.
then we'll just pull it in real gently.
This is a nice unit. Snugging up, huh?
Oh yeah, it went in super easy. So we would not normally pull anything in with the bolts, but we've got all these O-rings in there and we put a little bit of silicone on it. So I didn't want to push it in, have it bump, and then come back out a little bit in fear that the silicone would stick to that O-ring and then let it drop out of place. So we got it close, and then I watched everything and just very gently pulled it in. It didn't take much effort, so we know that it's not like bending the housing or anything like that.
All right, I think it's time to give these a torque. If I can find the socket, here it is. Quick Google told us 50 foot-pounds, so that's what we're doing. They're torqued. Got it.
Sweet.
Good job.
Good job, you. Okay, let's go see if the shifter goes in and out of gear.
Okay.
Trim it up a little bit. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so this is the first time we're ever starting our boat. Yes, we bought it without starting it. I don't even know if this is the right key. There's 2 keys on here. Getting ready to hit the key, and then I will put it in gear, and then we'll see what happens, but I'm gonna shut it off pretty quickly because we don't have water running to it at all. All right, here we go.
Okay, we had forward.
It worked?
Yeah, you want to try reverse now?
It worked, babe.
Cranked up pretty easy too.
It did, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Big block, baby.
And we're gonna go get the muff thingy so we can put water on it.
Yes. Okay, try it again.
It's working.
About time to hit the key again.
Okay, the water's on,
Okay, water's on.
and we're gonna see if the impeller's working.
Maybe we'll be able to take it out tomorrow.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Sounds so good.
What's that alarm, do you know?
Couldn't tell.
Well, it's pumping water out back here. Yeah, I don't know what that alarm is. Let's check it out. What's it say right here? Oil pressure too low, engine temperature is too high, or drive oil level is too low. Maybe that's what it is. But we need to check that again.
Definitely had oil in it,
Yeah.
but it could be low.
We're going to investigate what the buzzing is tomorrow.
Okay. When the sun comes up. It's the next day, and we have our boat attire on. I got my swimsuit on, Aaron's got his swimsuit on. We're gonna install the plug. I think that's a good plan.
I think we should do it now before we forget.
Also, Aaron just added fluid to what we think to be a reservoir for the outdrive. So it looks like it has a wire that goes to that reservoir. So we're hoping that when we crank the boat up again, that it won't be doing its buzzing thing, because it was really low in the reservoir.
Yeah, that would be nice. On outdrives that I've used in the past, there's a plug that you pull and it has oil in it. Well, this one did. Apparently on this boat, that's not where you check it. So there's a reservoir with a sensor in it, and it does say right there on the dash, if it's low on outdrive fluid, it's gonna beep. So hopefully that's the problem, and we can go boating.
Oh my gosh, can't wait.
Oh, Emily,
Yes, Aaron.
we need to torque the ram bolts on this outdrive.
Yes, we do. I'll look up torque specs.
Thank you. Yeah.
Cool.
Ow.
Babe. Very good. All right, y'all, let's crank it up and see if the buzzing is not gonna happen now. Just buzz for a second. Woohoo! Big block power. He's standing on an engine. That's awesome.
Oh, it gets pretty quiet.
He's happy. Rev on it. I love it. Awesome, babe. Now the question is that a cam or is that a miss? All right, we filled the freshwater tank up. Cool.
If you have a yacht, you may have to use the throne.
That's the bathroom right there. Our trailer has fancy wheels, Aaron.
I know.
Boat needs a real good cleaning, y'all. She grungy. She's sweet. Get it, babe.
All right. We'll back her up.
We feel so lucky to be driving this truck. It's so amazing. There she goes. Man, it's a pretty truck, man. And that's a pretty boat. All ready for a tour? Come on, let's go. She needs a really good cleaning. But this area back here is where the engine is. There's a seat that comes out of there. And then this seat can switch sides so you can have a seating area for people there. Or, of course, right here, here's the captain's chair. Let's go down into the cabin. So you got a step right here. It's nice and tall. Down into the cabin. There's one bed there. There's windows. This opens up for fresh air. Microwave, storage. This is pretty great storage in here. Storage underneath that little seat. There's your stove and more storage in here. Got your sink, more cabinets underneath there. A little mini fridge. And then up underneath here is another bed. And this one is actually bigger than the one that's over the nose. That's forward and this is aft. Is that correct, Aaron? Mm-hmm. So this one is quite deep, and this is the cushion. That's the cushion right there that makes the kitchen table a bed. The TV with more storage behind it. And here is the bathroom. That's the door. So that opens up, and this thing actually, the whole room turns into a shower. It's got these buttons, and there's a shower curtain that clicks on to all of those buttons and closes the room in and makes it one big shower. And so then this pulls out and you can connect the shower head right up there. And it's pretty great. We're on a boat. Look, Aaron.
Yep.
All right, is it time to take her out?
I think so.
Let's do it. Backing up at the boat ramp. Finley's excited. Very windy today. Okay, you're unhooked. Wow. Oh my gosh. That wind's pushing it. Dang, that is a monster. We jumped on the nose. That was a trip. And our depth finder is telling us it's upset, but we know we've got depth here. It's kind of weird. Is that full throttle?
Yep.
Full throttle. This thing is majestic.